I was very successful as a retailer. Ended up out in Pittsburgh, and then on Cleveland, and eventually back to Boston, and then eventually into New York City, JCPenney, RH Macy's, and eventually had retail shops up here. Dick and I got together when I was about 38, and I had come to visit Woodstock, and fell in love with it. I loved the mountains, you know, and the forest, and the fact that there were wild animals, whether it was deer and turkey and foxes, and you know, multiple types of birds and all. And I thought, yep, this is where I'm going to get to and live and die. So when Dick and I settled down, he already had a house up here. And that part of the relationship was that much more attractive. And eventually, what I said, because of the drinking situation and the matter that I couldn't stop drinking at that point in time, and I knew that I was traveling in a very unsafe situation with my drinking. So I said, oh, I have a bright idea. Why don't I move up to the house? This way you can, you know, come up on the weekends. Dick was working with CBS in the 60 Minutes and the Sunday morning programs. He was a sound engineer. And so that when you come up on the weekends, you know, I can be there. I can put on a little apron and have your dinner ready, have a garden, and, you know, we can have pets and all that sort of thing. So I was doing a little hustling there, but it worked out. I did move up. We opened a shop in New Paltz, and that lasted for a few years, and then eventually had a shop out here on 28 going towards Woodstock, and then eventually bought a hardware store, which was a pretty sad hardware store, but got it back on its feet, and we had a very successful career with that. My talent for retailing is I was in the right field. I was in the right field. And the thing that of Woodstock, the other part of it was the intention. Now I had a choice. I could have a choice of my own hometown. And that was so important to me. So important to me. Because I was getting past the shame, per se, of being gay. And it was like the rebellion for me was the matter. I'm going to show this hometown that I'm picking out that I'm a very useful, helpful human being and citizen, and which I did. You know, we got that hardware store. I ended up being on the fire department. Both Dick and I, we were invited by the younger people. They knew we were gay. It wasn't an open discussion, but I didn't hide it as necessarily relating of Dick and I this or so on and so forth. And served on the library board, became president of the Empire State Railway Museum out in Phoenicia, did the Ulster Literacy, served on the Assessment Review Board and on the Post Office Committee and so on and so forth. And, you know, worked very hard at these things, you know, as a part of the unit. You know, I didn't have a big ego about what I was doing. It was what I wanted to do, you know, what I had an interest being. It was my hometown.